Good afternoon, children. Welcome to Standard 7 online science class. Today we are going to continue our second unit in chemistry. Shall we get into our class, children? Can physical and chemical changes happen together? So, whether physical changes and chemical changes can happen together, let us discuss. Yes, the answer is yes. Take the example of burning candle. What about this burning candle? It involves both physical as well as the chemical changes. While the candle burns, what happens? The wax get melted and fell down, isn't it? It poured down. The poured wax again solidifies. So it is a physical change. As it is a reversible change, no new product is obtained. So it is a physical change. Not only the physical change occurs here, even chemical change also occurs there. How? Because not all the molten wax, okay, not all the molten wax get solidified again. A part of the molten wax vaporizes and burns to form a new substance called carbon dioxide and water vapor. Okay, a part of the molten wax will be converted into carbon dioxide and water vapor. So it is a chemical change, right? A new substance is formed. Carbon dioxide and water vapor are the new substances. So it is a chemical change. That is, they are irreversible. Am I right? So the burning of candle is also a chemical change. Do you understood, children? So like that, changes can also both the changes, physical and chemical changes, can occur together. Did you understood? Physical and chemical changes involve energy change also. Energy change also occurs along with this physical and chemical changes. So a change in heat is involved is called an exothermic change. So while the change occurs, if the change is accompanied by the evaluation of heat energy, okay. So during the change is happening, along with that change, if heat is given out, then such reactions are called exothermic reactions. Exothermic reaction. Exo means out. Thermal heat, isn't it? So exothermal reactions are the reactions which give out the heat energy. Do you understood, children? Similarly, what may be endothermic reaction? Endothermic reactions or changes are nothing but the changes which involves the absorption of heat energy. Okay, absorption of heat energy are called endothermic reaction. Endo means in, thermic heat. So endothermic reactions are the reactions which absorb the heat energy. Is it clear, children? Some of the examples of energy change in physical changes are ice, sulfur, iron, etc. absorb heat in order to melt. So, what they are doing? They are absorb the heat in order to melt. Okay, children. So, these are the examples of exothermic reactions. Dissolution of glucose or ammonium chloride in water is an endothermic process, and that of bathroom acid in water is an exothermic process. So what do you mean by that? The dissolution of glucose, when you eat glucose, keep a pinch of glucose on your tongue. How do you feel? You feel the chillness, isn't it? This is why, because the uh, glucose reacts with the saliva which is present in your tongue. During that reaction, what happens? The energy present around that will be, that is heat energy present around that will be absorbed. Okay, will be absorbed. That is why they are called as endothermic reactions, endothermic process. Do you understood, children? Yes. What about exothermic process? Exothermic process is the heat evolved process, isn't it? In that process, what happened? When the acid is spilled on the bathroom floor, what will happen? You feel the hotness, right? Yes. Why? Because it absorbs it emits it gives out the heat energy through during the reaction takes place, no, during that change it gives out the heat energy. That is why they are called as exothermic process. Do you understood what is endothermic and exothermic process? So in these two examples, they are best examples of physical change. Okay, they are best examples of physical change. Now, so examples of energy change in chemical change. What are they? Burning. So when coal or wood is burned, both heat and light are emitted. Burning is an exothermic process. So it is an exothermic. Burning is an exothermic process because it gives out heat energy, as well as it is a chemical change. You know that burning is a chemical change. So it is also an exothermic change. Slaking of flame and this photosynthesis, all these are best examples for this chemical changes as well as exothermic changes, because heat is evolved in all these processes. Do you understood this lesson, children? Hope you understood well. Am I right, children? That's the end of the lesson. So copy the detailed answers in your classwork notebook and keep your notebooks ready for the Sunday's submission. Wrap your notebooks, label your notebooks, as well as draw lines between, double lines between the answers, and submit your notebooks neatly, children. Okay, your handwriting should be legible and neat and legible. Okay, children. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.